Hi everyone, welcome to another D&D Oxventure. My name is Corazon de Baena, hero of song. All songs are about me. Green sleeves. I wore a green top once, and Henry VIII was like, nice, write a song about that. Pump It by the Black Eyed Peas.
You know, the two songs.
Yeah, those are the two, at least those two are
when
about me.
When I think song, those are the things I think. Hello, I'm Dob, the half-orc bard. And I wrote those two songs about Corazon, so you can trust me when I say they are about Corazon. But there's a deeper meaning to them as well.
Yeah. Deeper meaning to Pump It Harder by the Black Eyed Peas.
Yes, there's a sadness to it. It's about Corazon.
I'm Egbert the Dragonborn Paladin, and the song "See You Later, Alligator" is about me. And they got the species entirely wrong.
Well, you were leaving. That's why they were saying "See you later," so they only saw you from the back.
Yeah.
And they're
fair.
like, that's a golden
I wrote
That's an
that
honest
song as well,
mistake.
and I'm sorry, but your back half looks like an alligator's.
Someone had to say
Excuse
it.
me. Excuse me.
Finally, someone has the courage to say it.
And we're the Oxventure.
Welcome
Sorry.
to this good time.
Merylwen, are you going to go?
Hello, I'm Meryl Wen, the Wood Elf Druid, and you know, Meryl, when I'm gone, just carry on. Don't mourn, rejoice every time you hear the sound of my voice.
Yeah, I wrote that one.
Song.
It's about Corazon as well.
It's about Corazon.
And my name is Prudence. I'm the tiefling warlock of the crew, and no one's ever written a song about me, I assume, because they're
What about
terrified.
Dear Prudence? That song,
Yeah.
Dear Prudence, was that not
By
about you?
what band was
about
that, by the way? Was it the
It was the
Beeples?
Beeples, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was a big famous Beeples song.
That's a different Prudence. She's dead now.
Right.
There can be only one.
Yeah, allergic to bee stings. It was a real tragedy.
Well,
And I'm
Good
literally
job.
everyone else in the world.
There's definitely a song about that. There's
I've
definitely
already
a song
had
about
it
that.
Said
to
it.
about here. There is a song about that. That's about Corazon. Anyway, let's shake it off. That's another song that's about Corazon. And get into this. We start this adventure in a lovely little sort of like resort community, like all-inclusive holiday village. That is sort of like to the north of Inkwater.
We're not on my honeymoon, are we?
Oh, yes,
yay! They said no
Everyone-
refunds.
Yep, everyone is on Dob's honeymoon. They were good enough to all let you share the honeymoon suite. Which is like...
Tumblr is going wild.
I'm just
Yeah, well,
dejectedly sat. I'm dejectedly sat on the end of the bed eating rose petals.
Yeah.
But you got a big cocktail, so like, you know,
So I'm sorry.
Sorry, the audio cut out there for a second. What did you say, Egbert?
a large drink.
Okay.
Right.
And so far, you're 2 weeks into the, because it is a honeymoon is a whole month. You're 2 weeks in now, and everyone's having a lovely time. Dob almost doesn't seem dejected at points, but tonight you have gone to a very very fancy dinner. There is a famously tall restaurant in this lovely sort of like all-inclusive honeymoon village. That's what it's called. It's called Honeymoon Village. But the restaurant is it's called A.A. Tomkin. A.A. Tomkin is the name of the chef, the head chef in this restaurant. And it's it's in the middle of this beautiful plaza. It's a really tall sort of restaurant that rotates at the top. So you've got like tables on the outside, and you get a lovely commanding view of Honeymoon Village. And then in the middle, there's sort of a capstan, and there are lots of sort of jolly employees who sing romantic songs while pushing the capstan around and turning the top of the restaurant.
Sounds dreadfully loud.
It
Sounds dreadfully loud! I shout to everyone else
It is, in fairness, dreadfully loud.
over the grind of the capstan and 15 sweaty fellows.
Yep, you're all currently sat at a table. You've had your main course. You're waiting for pudding.
I've got to say, Dob, this has been brilliant. You should have a failed marriage every year. I say, putting some more seasoned fowl into my mouth.
Yeah, and it was expensive, but I think good value.
I've already informed the waiting staff that it's Dob's honeymoon and that they should do something special with dessert.
Yeah, write something on it in chocolate, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, It's
I'm
time
eating the
for-
words "just married" made out of chocolate, like in front of Dob.
Hey, you know what?
Hey,
Look,
Dob, it's funny because you're not.
Uh-huh. Look, eat up, drink up, all this is on me. And by me,
Hey.
I mean us, because
Hey.
that was one of Katie's things she, made a point of when we were organising the honeymoon. Her side paid for the wedding, almost all of the wedding, some of the wedding, and my side would pay for the honeymoon, so, yeah.
Got it.
Oh,
By my side, do you mean us?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's, yeah.
Oh.
I've always thought of you as family, and, yeah. So, yeah, we're paying for all this.
oh man.
Well, might as well enjoy it.
Yeah.
I stuffed my pockets with petit four.
Sorry, I probably should have said that before, Corazon, you ordered the 24-hour massage.
It's there's a masseuse behind me still going
Yes.
while,
Got it
I'm,
all around
while I'm having dinner.
for a full day.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully you're relaxed enough to not mind about the enormous cost.
It's
I'm
true,
pretty
actually. I'm
Two forces
kind of not
fighting
worried about
within you.
anything right now.
Yeah, the masseuse is called Tumblr, and they're going absolutely wild on the knots in Corazon's shoulders.
Yeah.
So, but
Let me just pop my shirt off. Give you freer access,
Oh, yeah.
Tumblr.
oh dear. Well, if there's any comfort that can be taken from this, Katie's side did pay quite handsomely at the wedding, so
It's
there's,
Well,
there's that to think
with
about.
their
but,
lives.
But yeah, it gets to basically a waiter comes over, holding a very, very large dish, like a covered sort of platter with a big silver sort of lid on it. I forget what they're called. You know what I mean? Just the big bling lids. And it's time to see what they did right in chocolate on the dessert you ordered. The waiter sort of puts it down in the middle of the table, sort of tucks an arm behind his back, and cling lifts up the platter and just turns around and walks off with it above his arm. And you were all left to look at what it is they brought you on this platter, because on the back, on the top of it, in beautiful cursive written in chocolate, is just the words "Congratulations, Dob and." But
They spelled Dob wrong. Dob.
Band.
G-R-O.
Your full name.
Is that your full name?
B-T-H-O-R.
It's very simple.
but what you have in front of you doesn't really appear to be a pudding, or if it is a pudding, it sort of appears to be a pudding encased in sort of ragged, sort of Hessian cloth and some strange rags.
Oh.
And it's kind of all
I tuck in.
and bones.
Is it bismuth?
It might be bismuth. Because
I
in
prod
front
it
of
with
your
a spoon
eyes,
to see if it's
this-
bismuth.
there's a and then a series of like pops and clicks and sort of almost mechanical noises as bismuth basically unfurls on the table.
How
and
much
is
did Dob
sitting-
eat before she unfurled?
Just
11.
hair.
11% of
Is that
the
grams or kilograms? Or?
Let's call it mouthfuls.
Oh no.
11 mouthfuls of bismuth.
Is
Gamey.
bismuth
Tastes
vegetarian?
Bismuth might be, but to eat bismuth is not.
Okay.
I
Well,
would say.
Some of the mushroom-like growths probably count.
Yeah, they're fine. She's now sat cross-legged, and sort of like in her usual lovely crone-like way, goes,
Greetings. Hello, everybody.
Oh, hey,
it's so
Bismuth.
nice to see you.
It's
How
so
did you-
great to
Crone.
see you.
How did you get inside a restaurant
Yeah.
platter
Oh.
thing?
How did
You
this
know.
happen?
I
Bismuth
like
has
to
a life
surprise-
outside of us, Corazon.
True.
Well, Dob asked me for advice on where he should have his honeymoon, and I thought, I know just the place where if you bribe the right people, they'll let you sneak into the pudding, which is why I recommended Honeymoon Village.
Got it. I mean, it's nice as well, though. It's been
Yeah,
lovely.
thanks, Bismuth. It's been a hell of a recommendation. We've had a wonderful few weeks. It's been great, and to see you is the icing on what I now see is not a cake at all.
Ah,
The
no.
icing is on bismuth.
Oh yeah,
Yes, help yourself. You
I help
already
myself.
have, after all.
I assumed that was
Fine.
like bird poop or something, but yep, fine.
Well, just avoid this shoulder and you'll be fine.
Some of it is, some of it's icing. Real lucky dip in there.
Bismuth stuff.
she sort of reaches out an arm, offering you some more icing and or bismuth.
Well, I accept gratefully.
I wave over the drinks trolley again.
The drinks trolley glides over. It is being handled by a gnome.
Cool. What's your oldest rum? I'll have that.
It's on me, I say magnanimously.
Okay.
Isn't this place all inclusive? Do we have little like all inclusive wristbands? So
Yeah, it is all inclusive. So
go nuts, Corazon.
Yeah.
he's quite confused when he's asking about the most expensive rum. He's like, all
Tumbler,
of
you
them.
want one as well? Yeah, one as well. One for Tumbler as well.
Okay. He grabs 2 full bottles of rum. It's like,
Yeah, that's
rums.
that's them.
Okay. Good. Right, you've had a whole bottle of rum, so I'll bear that in mind.
Does he only
Bismuth.
serve short drinks?
That is offensive, Merylwyn.
As a
You
short elf,
apologise.
I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. We're fine.
I'm so sorry about my friend. She's been drinking all day.
She's been drinking all day and also getting massaged non-stop.
You don't know anything about me, Corazon. You don't know what I've been doing today.
I imagine you're kind
skedaddle,
of.
says
I
the
imagine you're
gnome.
like wagging a finger and it's like beautifully manicured.
Henna tattoo all over.
You've just got one braid that's all beads.
Yeah.
It's lovely. No, I'm not saying otherwise, but Bismuth says, well,
Bismuth, it's lovely to see you, Bismuth, but why are you here? You just gonna jump on the bar tab? Because that's cool.
I mean, I might stick around for a bit, but no, really, I have some grave news for you.
Wait, like terrible news or news about graves? Because I've read your newsletter that you send out about all the new graves.
Grave
Oh,
news
no,
by
it's-
Bismuth.
No, this isn't.
There's a lovely new grave in town.
You mean Necropolis on Sea Weekly?
yeah, the grave news that you put in there.
Yeah, Gravedigger's Digest.
It's good. I like
No, this is unrelated to my pet project of graves, the maintenance of and coverage of.
it. Must be serious.
Yes, it is. It's hacking serious, if you'll permit
Whoa.
me.
Bismuth never swears.
Right?
I apologise to my fellow diners. Sorry if
Hey.
you had some
Tumblr, I'm so sorry you had to hear that.
They almost certainly couldn't hear a thing.
Oh, yeah,
It's
that's
so
true.
loud in here. Who chose this joint? Oh, never mind. But anyway, so you know, you know the dragon on top of the frozen peak.
We've met
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
briefly.
Go
you-
back, way back.
Yeah. There's if I remember, you, Prudence, woke him up and brought
Oh, gosh.
ruin on some guy
It's
who
so,
used to live
long
up
ago.
there.
It's hard
So
to say.
difficult to
who
remember all the
woke
things
dragon.
you've brought ruin on.
Who brought ruin on
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't keep track of all these things.
We escaped
Okay.
He
successfully.
brought ruin on something
as I
first, if
recall.
I remember correctly. Didn't he bring ruin on Merylwen's childhood cat?
No, he brought ruin on the guy who ruined my cat.
It's
Yeah,
a rich lore,
Got it.
everybody.
Yes.
I wrote this up in my digest because a smashed corpse of a sort of magic using trapper still counts as a grave. It's just
true.
avant-garde.
I guess if the
Deconstructed,
dragon
like this banoffee
put-
pie I'm sitting
Yeah.
on.
She hands you a few slices of banana, a pool of toffee, and just some crumbs.
Just how I like it.
She tries to put it
All yours,
plate and all
Egbert.
into Egbert's mouth.
All right, I eat it.
Right. There's a loud sort of crockery shattering
Crunch,
noise as
crunch,
Egbert
crunch.
just
Yeah, that's the best bit.
eats a plate.
The crust is the best bit of banoffee pie.
Anyway, how to even begin to breach this topic of conversation? You'll remember, well, talking of bringing ruin on things, you sent Liliana up the frozen peak?
Oh, Dob. You made her teleport up there.
That's right. It was a diversion to get us out of a sticky situation
And
involving.
it worked.
And it
Yes.
worked. And it worked
It
great.
worked.
So,
I'll say it
Bismuth,
worked.
did you come here to congratulate us on how well a plan worked?
Well, it was certainly diverting. Liliana had loads of fun up there. but I'm afraid there is a significant complication off the back of it, which I must tell you about right now.
And at this, there is a very loud noise, which, given the surroundings, means it must be really, really very loud. It is, you're all adventurers. To your trained ears, it sounds exactly like the snap of a crossbow string. But it's so loud that it somehow manages to go bang. It's like... And
Hit the deck, everyone.
You hear a splintering noise in the ceiling above, and some planks fall down.
Oh.
Immediately, the capstan stops turning as everyone hits the deck.
Yes.
And sort of the restaurant lurches to a halt. Bismuth kind of just tumbles off the table, and just sort of keeps rolling like a tumbleweed / crone.
Bismuth!
Sort of mashup. And if you care to look at the source of the disturbance, you'll see there is a human man standing just with his arms behind his back. He's very smartly dressed. He is in an exquisite suit, and behind him are two furlbogs. Furlbogs are giantkin, so when I say these, they are massive. I mean, like, this guy isn't short, but his head barely comes up to their waistbands. They are each of them holding what would be a ballista on a castle wall, massive crossbows, and one of them has just been discharged, and there is now a skylight basically in this restaurant, and they're sort of standing there threateningly behind this dude. And you notice a lot of other sort of henchmen, we'll call them, start sort of spreading out around the edges of this restaurant, and they're sort of slowly making their way around as if to surround all of the guests.
Is there a tablecloth on our table?
Yes.
I would like to go under the tablecloth and try and hide under the table.
Okay, make me a Dex stealth check, please.
Okay.
Is Tumblr going with you?
If Tumblr will fit.
Tumblr's still on the clock. So, yeah.
Maybe they're here to sing us a romantic song.
It's 12.
All right, I stunningly rolled a 1. It's good to be back.
Hey!
Hey!
Thanks so much, official Oxventure D20.
That's how we rigged it.
So yeah, Corazon, you well, what does it look like? You and Tumblr, you end up perfectly underneath the
Yeah, I sort of hit the deck with everyone else, and then looking around, I see that the tablecloth is in front of me, so I just sort of belly on under. And Tumblr is massaging my ankles at this time, and so it's sort of pulled along behind me.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, just kind of.
Can I
Yeah,
can I
sorry.
sort of look around at my fellow Oxventurers? And I know we're sort of on holiday honeymoon, but if we have any kind of visible trappings of our lives as exciting, daring, deadly adventurers, like bows, other weapons, things like that, shields, swords, could I just kind of discreetly scrape them into my lap, just off the table? I don't want these people coming in to know that we're brave adventurers.
Okay, that is an excellent idea, and I would like you to roll Dex Sleight of Hand for it. I'm going to roll Wisdom Insight. Which... Are you kidding me?
What is it?
It's a 1!
Oh no, bad dice.
Oh, mine's...
Good for us.
Put all together, mine's an 18.
Oh, great. Yeah, no, it works beautifully.
Have you hidden all the adventuring gear on the people who just arrived or something? That's how good it went.
It's got to be pretty spectacular. You know what? For a 1, I'm going to say that the lead guy kind of looks at you, and you see he kind of even goes very clearly discounts you as a threat.
I'd like to do some mild cowering.
Nice, lovely. Meanwhile, sort of the lesser sort of henchmen are kind of pushing people around, being yeah, they're sort of trying to corral a few people into the centre, just as a show of sort of force. But the man in the exquisite suit steps forward and sort of in a clear voice says, "Ladies and gentlemen, where is a pumpkin?"
I don't think
So
any of
did
us
you
would say
say
any.
Did you say pumpkin? I get up.
No.
Sir, did you say pumpkin?
No.
We're on our honeymoon, I say, and I gesture to the 5 people. And you're making a scene,
Congratulations.
sir.
Yes. I'm sorry to detain you. We will be keeping you here only as long as we need to in order to realize our goal.
Which is a pumpkin.
No. A. Tompkin. The head chef who owns this little rotating restaurant in the middle of this plaza.
Oh, I see. Well, I misheard you. I sit down again.
I mean,
Do
I
we know
know
what
what
AA
Interrupt
Tompkin
me
looks like?
again. No, you don't know what A.A. Tompkin looks like.
I don't know if you fellas have been in a restaurant before, but this is the bit where the chef isn't. I would suggest heading to the kitchen. But what
Yes.
do I know? I'm just a simple honeymooner.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr.
I kiss everyone around the
Honeymooner.
table.
Congratulations on your nuptials. Love truly is a wondrous thing. But, well, frankly, we assumed if we came up here, maybe there was a maitre d' or something, but we will check the kitchen, sure. But in the meantime, I would advise that none of you get any funny ideas or try anything heroic. We have the building entirely on lockdown.
Well, this gives me a funny idea.
We'll keep our hands to ourselves.
Corazon says from under the tablecloth.
I just say to myself,
Butters into the carpet.
Oh, that's a good save. That's a good save. He sort of beckons over a couple of henchmen. In fact, he beckons over one of the furlbogs, and like mutters up to him, clearly sending him to sort of search the kitchens and see what's what, basically. But yeah, he kind of says, if everybody would be so good as to vacate their tables and join me in the center of the restaurant, we will keep an eye on you. We do not want to detain you a moment longer than is necessary.
All right, I guess me and my fellow honeymooners, Prudence, Merylwen, and Egbert, and that's it. We'll all head into the centre as you requested.
All right. I take my drink and assume the position of a sort of cowering hostage.
Okay, lots of other people are doing the same. And then one of the Felbog that sort of got sent off comes back up with a chef sort of being held by the back of his coat. And sort of just throws him down and goes, "Here is the chef man you mentioned." This guy is terrified. He's like, I'm not Tompkin. I swear it. I'm not. Corazon, what do? Just out of interest.
I've sort of raised the tablecloth up, so I'm observing and just sort of keeping an eye on the situation. I'd also just like to scout out the room and see what the kind of entrances and exits are, and just get a sense of the layout.
Okie dokie. So,
Any ducts, any air ducts, things of that nature.
almost certainly. What is a revolving restaurant without an elaborate series of air ducts, to be perfectly honest with you? So you've got the capstan, obviously. The restaurant is kind of... You've got the tower, right? If you imagine the tower, and then you imagine there's sort of like a dinner plate kind of shape that's just kind of stuck in the side. So that's rotating. So every now and then, as you rotate, you'll be up against the building and you won't see anything for 20 seconds or so. And then you go back around. So you've got a tower and you've got the restaurant coming off of it. So there are a few floors above you in this plaza and a few further down. They're like at the point where the restaurant meets the building, there's there's a large set of double doors. And in order to make sure you can access that at any time, all the way around the restaurant, there are doors to a little balcony which you can step out on to enjoy the air and the view, but crucially, when you need to, go back in to the main building.
Right.
That is the route through which all of the food comes. And the kitchen is presumably part of the main building. And then there's just sort of other stuff there. This is kind of like the tower itself, even though it's called A.A. Tompkin for the restaurant, because he does own it and he is like this superstar chef. It's got other things in it. It's got some shops in it. Some bits are still under construction. The upper layers, they're kind of doing those up. They're sort of renovating, It's a multi-purpose building, basically. Having seen all of this for yourselves, certainly, Corazon, you'll be thinking, like, that was awfully quick to find the most important man in the building, who is now cowering and insisting that he is not that man. You suspect that perhaps this Firbolg might have got the wrong person.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm just going to observe. Obviously, I don't want to give away my position just yet. So, yeah.
What
just
was
keep an eye on
the
things.
name of the chef again? Tumpkin.
A.A. Tomkin.
A. Tompkin. Okay, alright, there's no part 2 to this plan, but I'd like to stand up and say, hey, Hans, was it?
No. My name is Bush Ranger.
Bush Ranger.
He is a ranger.
Bush Ranger.
Yeah.
Booby. If you want to find A. Tompkin, I'm your guy.
Okay.
I've got a really
look.
good feeling about this plan. I think it's going to end well.
Look, I mean, Tompkin and I, we go way back. And if I know where that rascal is, at this time of day, there's only one place. And it would be in a place that, well, I think anyone else who's great friends with Tompkin would know it to be. A little bit. You know what? It reminds me of a story. We're going back, 5, 6. I would like to keep filibustering in this way.
Okay.
To try and buy anyone else time to do anything they want. As I
Okay.
say, there's no
Okay.
part 2.
Could you make me a charisma performance check, please?
Yep.
That will also give me a moment to find a new D20 because I threw that one across the room.
Fair,
So...
fair and just.
While Dob's doing this, I'd like to ask one of the Firbolg things if it's okay if I go to the toilet, because I need a wee.
Do you say it exactly like that?
Yeah. I'm like, hey, I need a wee. Can I go to the toilet, please? I say please, obviously. Make it polite.
He seems to think this is a perfectly reasonable and politely worded request. So he's like, sure. But he turns to Bush Ranger and says, this one needs to go to the toilet.
I'll do a little theatrical dancing from foot to foot, like.
He seems to think this is like really undignified. He goes like, ugh, fine. He's kind of, he's struggling to keep up with Dobbs. Oh, how did you do, Dob?
Well, I haven't been playing Dungeons and Dragons very long, but is 7 a good number?
It's not the best.
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 20, I'd say it's poor.
I take a long sip of my brown soda.
Okay. Okay. Bush Ranger is sorry, it's Bush Ranger. He has two names.
Okay.
He seems distracted because he's currently loading a small hand crossbow, and he's like, "Fine, keep an eye on him. Bring him back soon." And he's like, and he's slotting in a bolt.
Yeah.
It's like, Mr. Half-Orc, you have approximately 5 seconds to say something actually useful, or I'm going to put this bolt into your brain.
I cast Druidcraft on him and make him smell skunk, a really horrible smell, so that he's just like, and cannot, like, makes
Thinks
his
I'm
eyes
high.
water, you know.
You can create a tiny harmless sensory effect, yada yada yada. Yeah?
Instantaneous harmless sensory effects such as falling leaves, puff of wind, sound of a small animal, or the faint odour of skunk.
Yeah. Okay.
So as I say, Mr. Master, I can totally find you this Tompkin, but
Oh.
but hey, like first, I mean, can I treat you to some of this skunk? I've only had
No.
half of it.
No, I should have known that you were just a wastrel when you came up and started talking to me. Get back over there.
Okay.
He's going to shoot a crossbow bolt at your feet.
Oh, okay.
What's your
Foot armor.
what's your armor class? What's your foot armor?
Dobbs on holiday. He's barefoot.
No, it's one of those barefoot
No.
resorts.
Wearing sliders.
At least
Okay.
be in pool sliders, Dob.
It's a nice restaurant, Dob.
Egbert's in Speedos.
Dobbs,
Just Speedos.
Dobbs
Okay.
barefoot. There was no sign So
Right,
Dob's
so that
barefoot.
I'm going to say that your armor class is 10, which means that a 12 will absolutely do it. So
Okay.
you're going to take
Oh no.
five points of damage, but there is now just a crossbow bolt sticking out of your foot.
Oh, is it like pinning me
Oh.
to the ground, or is it like can I move but it's there?
Ah,
Yes, it is.
Oh god.
You're not
Oh.
standing
so
there. He's there.
relatably painful.
He's there. It's like, this is just
Good job,
super-
all of that skunk I imbibed. Or this would be pretty painful.
Just take the bolt out of your foot and get back over there. You should be wearing shoes anyway.
All right.
He turns back to the chef on the floor. It's like, you are A.A. Tomkin. And he's like, I swear to you, I'm not. He's like, well, do you have access to the refrigerator of incredible ingredients in the basement? And he goes, no, of course I don't. The only person who knows the code to that is Tomkin himself. And he goes, okay, and gestures to the other Furlbog, who sort of picks him up and just goes to the balcony and just launches him off the tower.
Oh dear.
And there is a gasping noise from everyone in this restaurant. Everyone's like, oh my god, these guys are serious. Dub, how's pulling that crossbow bolt out of your foot coming?
Oh, I mean,
Are
I
you
just
trying,
pulled,
or?
I pulled on it as hard as I could, yeah. What I tell you what, can I pull it out of my foot, but just kind of slide it into a sleeve? Can I do a kind of discarding motion as if I'm pulling it out and throwing it away, but actually just kind of like?
Depends. Do
slip
you
it
have
in?
sleeves, or are you wearing a Hawaiian shirt?
You know what? I think at this point, having been barefoot, I probably have to say I don't have sleeves, right? That
Yeah,
would be
you're
a weird
wearing a
look.
vest.
Yeah.
Vest.
I'm wearing
It's
an
not a
open
sheer vest, so...
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's try it.
I'd like to conceal it, you know what I'm going for, right?
Yeah,
Conceal it
alright,
in the
well,
bolt.
let's make this a dex
Conceal
sleight
it
of
in your
hand
cheek
check.
pouches.
Yeah, that'll do.
Just saying, like, with really pointy cheek.
Yeah.
It's dex sleight of hand to get it out of your foot without causing any more damage anyway, so let's roll this into one fine, hopefully, dexterous movement.
I've not been playing Dungeons and Dragons very long, Johnny, but is 10 a good number?
Not really. Let's see, you take 2 more points of damage getting that out of your foot.
Alright.
And let's see if I manage to, if Bush Ranger manages to spot it. I'm afraid he does, Tom. He goes,
Okay.
wait a
Oh,
minute.
Dub.
He walks up and goes, I'll be needing that bolt back, please. You are a truly disgusting individual. He wraps it in a napkin and sort of puts it back in his suit pocket. Like,
Right,
now
at
go
this
over there
point-
and sit with your friends.
Yeah, I want to sit down. Egbert got clear away to the bathroom, right? Yeah, I'm going to sit down.
Yeah, let's smash cut to Egbert. You are walking
Alright.
along, like,
Here we go, fellas.
Yep.
there,
Great plan.
there aren't many creatures
Teleport
and
out the
guests
restaurant
taller
to
than you, but
safety.
this one is taller. This Felbog is like crumping along
Too,
behind you.
too
like,
tall
plum,
to
plum,
get into
plum.
the bathroom. Presumably, they don't have high ceilings in the bathroom, right? That would be
Well,
wasteful.
no, of course not in a luxury high-rise all-inclusive restaurant tower that also rotates in a bit of it because space is at a premium. So sure, all right, yeah. The door looks very small for him.
Okay. I'll just be a moment, and I nip into the bathroom, and then
Okay.
I'd like to look around the bathroom. And what are there vents in the bathroom? I mean, presumably, because it must smell awful in there otherwise. So
Yeah, it's kind of okay. Imagine you remember the facility level from the
Yes, I
classic children's game
Yeah.
Ye Olde Golden Eye.
ye olden eye, yeah, you know the one.
Goldenny.
Inspiration, there it is. Bang, 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 bang. First one of the session. Yeah, it's like that, but fancier. The doors are,
Yep.
are all lovely oak. There's a bowl of lovely potpourri.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, there is a vent in the rightmost cubicle.
I'm gonna scramble up into it.
Okay. Let's call this
It's a big
strength
vent,
athletics. Just don't whiff it, because
Alright.
How big is it, Egbert?
Big, very
it's
big.
big.
But it might be a big vent. I mean,
Yeah, it might be.
I really don't whiff it
the
though.
Furbog's going to think that the sound of you going to the bathroom is a kind of loud metallic clanking and
clanging.
wrenching.
what does he know about Dragonborn physiology?
Probably not much.
Maybe I just do a big pellet. You never know. That was 14 plus 4 is 18.
Right, I'm going to say, yeah, this works perfectly.
Great.
It is a tight fit. Like, it's snug, but yes, you are now in the vent.
And I've been eating well on this honeymoon. So.
You have.
You're perfectly wedged in the vent now.
You are now stuck, so we'll come back to you
Like
in
Winnie
an
the
hour.
Pooh.
Oh. Yeah, you are there. You've probably only got like. You've got less than
minutes of
5
oxygen.
minutes, yeah. And it's almost night time, so you know that space is going to come down.
Yeah, this is up
It's
an
not
hour,
going to be
so
easy to
sooner
reach your
than-
personal oxygen supply in this tight vent. You've got maybe like 2 minutes before the Felbog gets suspicious and comes
I'm
looking.
going to find out where this vent leads. Hopefully to a corridor or something.
Onward.
Yeah.
I'm going to make that into a roll. No. I'll tell you what, you come to a junction, and there are 3 different paths. One to the left, one to the right, and one straight ahead.
Presumably straight ahead goes deeper into the tower and further away from the baddies. So I'm gonna go that way and see what the story is. My goal is to find my way into a corridor and then try and find this A.A. Tompkin guy and see what the story
And hand
is.
him over to the kid.
Yeah. like a massive,
Get
like
out
a
of
massive
here.
narc. Yeah. No. See if we can formulate some sort of plan and work out what the motive is and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. Maybe a wisdom perception check, please.
Oh, you had to do it to me, didn't you? That is
You
a
do it to
2
yourself, you know.
minus 1.
Oh no.
Okay. You follow your nose, and you're just like, I absolutely know which way I'm going, and
Yeah.
let's
My finely honed dragonborn senses
yeah.
will carry me to victory.
Yeah, you are so confident that you start practically like sprint crawling. You're kind of like like a really weird greyhound.
Okay.
You're moving forward very fast through this tunnel, just absolutely hooning it into the bowels of this building. We'll leave you there for now.
Okay.
Leave you there
It's-
forever.
It's the hedge maze all over again. Everyone's very excited. Right, let's smash cut back to the main room.
Can I ask how people are standing in the main room? So is it all of us in the middle and then everyone on the outside in a circle?
Yeah, so you've got not like next to the capstan, you've just got a bundle of people sitting down, all sort of like huddled up,
In the middle.
of which you are a part. Yeah.
Yeah.
The restaurant is no longer rotating, so you've got the circular room. You're all here where the double doors are. That's where Bush Ranger and one of the 2 Felbogs are standing, and then sort of dotted around the room. There aren't loads of them. There's like 6 people, sort of forming a circle, but they're all just kind of standing there on like henchmen standby, and it's a big space for 6 people to have to cover. But obviously they feel like they've got it locked down pretty tight.
Okay, so where are where's Bush Ranger again?
Bush Ranger is probably 20 feet away from you.
So like, are they all just circling us?
Yeah.
All right, I'd like to
you are
cast Wall of
surrounded,
Fire in a circle.
All right.
Indoors.
I've got a backup plan. Don't worry, Corazon.
He's got a backup plan,
Is
Corazon.
your backup plan Egbert? Because it's not going well over
No,
there.
it's fine. It's
good.
fine. Wait, where were we sitting? Where was our table? Because I don't want to hit Corazon.
We had a scenic
Nobody
view by the
wants to hit
window.
Corazon
Yeah.
with a wall of fire.
There's such a thing as acceptable losses, Melvin.
I'm going to say that
Collateral
I think Corazon would be outside of the ring
ring.
of fire.
Okay, good. Okay, right. I would like to cast Wall of Fire, see what happens there, and then afterwards I'm going to immediately cast Sleet Storm, which
Okay.
will hopefully, exposed flames within the area are doused. So I just want a quick flambe of, and then put
Okay.
it down so that the restaurant doesn't catch fire.
Right.
All right.
So, and this is a protective ring around you all.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's
Yep.
we're not getting hit, but it's just
Okay.
Like when the banshees in the wind wall, it's going to be like that.
Are you trying to encompass the enemy in the fire, or just
Yeah,
block
all
them out
the
with the
line
fire?
line of the fire goes where they're all standing in a ring. around
Okay.
us.
All right.
So they're in the wall.
Okay. the henchmen are going to make a dex saving throw. Their dex is a plucky +2.
Johnny?
Yes?
Would it be fair to say that, having known Merylwen a long time, I can see when she's about to do a spell?
Yes, I would say so.
Okay. As Merylwen is beginning to conjure this, I would like to just pop out my little emergency flute and just... and
Sorry,
just
pop out from where?
Bum bag.
Look, the thing is, I pop it out, okay?
Bag Bin Bag's brother.
Yeah.
There is an audible pop.
There's an audible pop as I produce my emergency flute, and what I would basically like to do is just blow a hornpipe call on it, like a
You're
ship's...
gonna wipe
like-
it down first.
there's no time, Egbert. I go... just a ship's call. My plan is, all of the capstan workers, I want them to spring up on instinct and hit the capstan so hard that it makes the restaurant spin, so everyone standing is knocked off their footing.
Okie dokie. All right. You.
So you want to make centrifugal force? So all the people in the middle, I go.
Which does exist in Geth. That's canon now.
Just
Before
a-
we get any science.
And you
people
all
in the
thought
comments.
Egbert's plan was bad.
It's just a little bump. They're
Okay,
about to make a
maybe
dexterity saving throw. I'm trying
make
to
me a
hit their...
performance check, please.
All right. Charisma
Um,
performance.
Yep. What's your spell save DC, please, Merylwen?
My smell state.
Smell save DC. I mean, you did make.
Well, I did just make them
Bush
smell a
Ranger
skunk.
smell some skunk. Yeah.
15.
15. Okie dokie. They have actually passed this, but
Okay.
they are still taking half of 5d8 fire
yeah.
damage. So they're not going to be in great shape either way. So can you roll me 5d8, please?
Okay. So that's a 3. And 7, that's 10.
10.
6, which 16. A 5, that's 21. And a 4, that's 25.
25 halved. We'll round up because that's nice for you. Is 13 points of damage. They're all quite profoundly on fire. Dub, how did your check go?
24.
20. Okay. Yeah, these there is it's such a convincing whistle that even there is an audible sigh of relief from the capstan workers, as if they're like, oh, it's all resolved, we can just go back to work. And they all hit it at a run and go like, "Brrr!" And sure enough, the restaurant kind of goes it sort of judders as it starts rotating, and I mean, one could argue that they were going to hit the deck anyway because they're profoundly on fire. But all of the people sort of in this ring who are engulfed in flame hit the deck. Some of them sort of clang their heads off tables and a drinks trolley, which is now also very on fire and could explode at any moment. P.S. They're in a bad way. They're not dead, but let's just say they've got a lot of things to deal with before they come looking for whoever it was that casts the ring of fire.
I would like to then loudly shout, "Oh no, Prudence! I think the fire assassin who's been hunting you for years has found you tonight."
No! Not all fiery. The fire assassin.
As
who's been after
invisible
me
as they
for-
are capable of
Oh,
casting
no.
this spell.
Oh, and on my honeymoon, I say furiously. Have
need-
you no respect?
I need charisma performance checks from both of you, please. Sorry, were you going to say more, Prudence?
Not yet.
Okay, all right.
Let's
One
try
of-
for a charisma performance first.
I've rolled.
Alright, hang on. Okay, I've rolled, but not well. It was it's an 11.
Okay.
I don't know, Johnny. Is 7 a good number?
The dice is not warmed up yet.
Have I just given away that it was definitely us?
It's possible.
Alright, I look at the at Bush Ranger and see if he's buying it. I look into his eyes.
He looks
does
into
he-
your eyes and just
Eh?
narrows them.
Oh, he's not buying it. Okay. I seize, in each fist, I seize a flaming bottle of rum from off the on-fire drinks trolley.
Perfect.
And I hurl
Whoa.
each of them over my shoulder at Bush Ranger like a pair of Molotovs.
Okay, make me a dex attack,
Because I've
please.
been rumbled and I know it. Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm going to say you can add your proficiency bonus to this because, like, hurling fiery
Fire?
stuff,
Yeah.
it feels like it's in your wheelhouse.
And Prudence is so strong these days.
And
So
my hands
strong.
are barely scorched at all, what with my fire resistance.
Yeah.
So you say the dex roll.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
18.
add your proficiency. Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, you are. Both of these are going to just crash into Bush Ranger's face. He is profoundly on fire. Also, what is the damage of a flaming bottle of rum? Roll me 2d10. One for
2d10.
each.
Fantastic. I would love to. That's an 8.
Uh-huh.
And that's a 10.
Okay.
Oh, yes, Prudence.
18 points of damage. Okay. As you might expect, he kind of he actually sort of topples back for a moment. He loses his footing and kind of like it's almost like slow motion. He sort of like does this. You see, he has like quite a nice watch on that falls off because the strap just gets burnt through. And yeah, he just starts sort of screaming. The Fellbog, sort of standing behind him, doesn't really know what to do. So he just kind of like, well, let's see how he does. Okay, he misses, but he levels his crossbow and just goes like, and fires a massive shot at like, Dob, but misses.
Centrifugal force, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just kind of, it's almost like that classic. Well, I say classic. It didn't review very well, and not many bards still sing the ballad of those who were wanted across the land of Geth. But you see this arrow kind of like do this weird sort of like bend thing, like it's almost shooting around corners. But it misses and just thuds into the wall ineffectually. Corazon, it's safe to say that there is quite a distraction
How's
happening
the massage
right now.
going?
Yeah, it's good. It's well, actually. They're doing my sciatic region currently. So it's all getting out of
On
hand
fire.
in there, and people are going to get hurt.
Oh, very much so.
So I'm going to fashion a chef's hat out of a napkin. And I'm going to stand up from behind the table and say, "Whoa, everyone! Stop it! I am A.A. Tompkin. It's me.
I'll be with you in a minute," he sort of says, like rolling
Everyone
around on the
calm
floor.
down. This is getting out of hand. I just got into the bit. I just wanted to make one of the funkiest joints in town, serving up great flavors and tickets to Flavor Town. That's me, A.A. Tompkin, popular chef.
Okay.
Hey, Tompkin, buddy, right where I thought you'd be hiding.
Yeah, no, it's me. I am him.
Okay.
I'm all about gangster flavors.
That's what I told you, Bush.
Bush is putting himself out right now, and the Fellbog is kind of just like reloading the crossbow and looking around, being like, "This is not part of my remit." The henchmen are also like working quite hard on putting one another out. They're currently at the soup bar, just sloshing soup tureens over one another
Did
to
the
try and
sleet
sort of
thing
put it out.
happen? Is it? Is
Oh, we
the
Not
didn't
yet.
really
still
cover
on
that.
fire?
Not yet.
There's still fire. They're still stuck in
Still-
fire.
still
so unless
very
they've
much-
moved,
Yeah.
are they running from the fire and trying to go and put themselves out?
Yes, they have.
Okay,
They have
now-
scarpered over to the. There's a dazzling array of soups.
Okay. I would like to cast Sleet Storm then.
Okay.
Put out the fire.
Okay. This is going to make things worse for them at the same time, though. right?
Yes,
Okay,
because the
just checking,
ground in
that's
the
on brand.
area, much like another popular spell that we all love, called Grease, but here it's to do with ice. The ground in the area is covered with thick ice, making it difficult to rain. When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there, it must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, it falls prone.
On its ass.
Okay. Well, let's do some of that then, I guess. Your spell save DC again. Sorry, is
16.
16.
No, sorry,
16.
15.
Okay, 15.
Remember
Well,
myself.
I mean, I haven't been playing D&D for very long, but I'm pretty sure an 8's not going to cut it. So, like, I mean, they were trying to tip boiling hot soup on themselves anyway, because that's still preferable to being on fire. But I'm going to say what they weren't accounting for was slipping up and then dropping tureens on their own heads. So what's the damage on a tureen?
Questions you only hear during Oxventure.
Let's say it's D8 plus 2, so they all take 6 points of damage. Yeah, they're okay, because they took 13 before, 19 points of damage so far. I'm gonna say that they aren't that keen on getting up and resuming their henchman-like duties. You do notice Bush Ranger has managed to put himself out. He kind of looks up. He's very flustered by the fact that the sleet storm, plus the whole fire thing, plus the whole soup thing, has put like most of his rank and file henchmen out of commission. But he sort of produces his hand crossbow again and levels it at Prudence, at you. No, wait, hang on a minute.
Yeah, well, I'm over here. It's me, A.A. Tompkins.
Yeah, sorry, excuse me.
Leave the hostages alone. It's me. Me
get over there with the hostages. Come on.
All right.
It's
over. This is the area of the restaurant I call Flavortown.
Mr. Tompkin, how nice to make your acquaintance.
It's nice to meet you too. What do you want? Why are you here ruining my great restaurant?
Well, it is very simple, Mr. Tompkin. You in this building have a vault. In the vault, there are things that I want.
What things do you want? There's a lot of things in there. Some rare horseradish. Got some lovely wagyu.
Yes,
Is that what you're after?
I am aware of the delicious ingredients you keep in your vault, Mr. Tompkin. I am a professional and I have done my homework. It includes magically aged balsamic vinegar, cured meats that came from creatures now long extinct, and also just some really nice wine.
Yes. Is that what you're after?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well,
What?
No, that's fine. I mean, you could have just come to the restaurant and ordered it. It's all on the menu.
Well, no, we don't want to taste it. We want to take all of it.
Oh.
And, of course, in order to get into your ingredient vault, there is a special code, and as far as I'm aware, you are the only one who knows the special code. Smash cut to Egbert. Egbert, I'm gonna need you to make me a dex saving throw, please.
Oh, what? Alright, fine. Can't believe you'd do this to me. 18 plus 2, dirty 20.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Okay, your cat-like reflexes save you, but basically you are like trundling down this sort of like bit of air vent, and then you come over like one of those vents that you can sort of peek through, except for, with your bulk and speed, you kick it out.
Right.
You don't go tumbling down into the floor below. That's the good bit. Actually, it's all good. You do immediately stop, though, because there is a phenomenal smell coming up from this particular...
Good phenomenal or bad phenomenal?
Good phenomenal. It smells like truffles. It smells like... You think it's horseradish, but if it is, you've never smelt horseradish like this before. There are cured meats. It smells like there's some great stuff to be had in there.
I'm going in there.
Okay. Well, the good news is you won't take damage.
Good.
But yeah,
until you see how much I eat.
Yes. You land in basically the most incredible parlor you've ever seen. Like, it makes it. You don't really want to say this, especially since Bismuth is presumably somewhere in the building. It puts the kitchen at Necropolis on sea to shame.
All right, I start eating.
Okay, what do you start with?
The cured meats sound good. Let's go with that,
Okay,
and some truffle.
Yep. Okay, yeah, of course. There is a truffle the size of like a boulder, and there is like a huge, like comically large grater. Okay. Roll me a strength athletics check, please.
All right. 13 plus 4, 17.
Okay, 17 kilograms of food is what you consume in the next sort of like 5 minutes. I want to say
for starters.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not saying you can't keep going. I'm just saying that's how far you've got. At this point, I'm going to need you to make me a wisdom perception.
Do I spot the wine as well?
Do you spot the wine? Of course you do.
Is there a very slim chance that Egbert has fallen into the safe?
Yeah.
And is eating all the priceless ingredients?
I mean, I
what was
haven't
it?
been playing D&D for very long, but I'm pretty sure 100% is a pretty high chance.
A wisdom perception you want?
Yes, please.
Okay. That is 8 minus 1 is 7.
Okay, you do not hear over the sound of your own
Nomming.
just nomming the very faint clicks of a very complicated code being put in the door, which is why there's so much outrage in the voice you hear behind you. Someone says, "What the hell are you doing?
Eating, I think, is the answer.
You shouldn't be in here. Nobody should be in here. Who are you?"
My name's Egbert. Who are you?
"I'm A. Tomkin, of course."
Okay. Nice to meet you. Do you want some food? It's really nice.
"I know. I spent my entire career putting it together, and... my God. My cured meats. What have you done with them?" Come now, that's a joke. Nobody can consume that much cured meat in a year.
Well, we've not met yet, but yeah, I did it. Ate it all. It was really good. I mean, once you start, you can't really stop. You know.
You some sort of exceptional thief? What is this?
Yeah, exceptional eater, probably.
Who are you working with? What's going on?
It's not really it was not really an organised thing. It smelt really good in here, so I thought I'd eat it.
Good God, man. Did you even chew?
Some things, you know. Not the wine. The wine was very high quality.
Right. But I'm saying, how much stuff did you just sort of, like horf down your ridiculous lizard gullet like a bird?
I'm not great with numbers, but I'd say probably about 17 kilos, give or take.
Right. Well. Okay. I'm pretty sure I can recover from this as a business, he says, pushing the door closed behind him.
Right.
He says, but we're going to have to make some adjustments, I think, to get the business back on track.
Oh, I've got some bad news, actually. There's someone upstairs who wants to see you.
I'll deal with that in a moment.
Well,
just
they've taken the entire restaurant hostage, and they were looking for you, and they've brought some really big guys with very big crossbows.
So you are in league with some others?
No, I'm not in league with them. That's a whole separate thing. I'm here on honeymoon.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'll deal with them in a bit. First, like I say, I need to get this business back on track, which I'm afraid for you involves a few cuts. He produces an absolutely massive cleaver, and seems intent on getting his cured meats back. So I think
Okay.
Damn.
you and I are going to get into combat very, very shortly.
Fine.
But
Restaurant is
let's
full of jerks.
let's just flash back up to the upstairs where supposedly A.A. Tomkin is there. Mr. Tomkin, I'm going to need access to your vault.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go down there right now.
All right.
There's an element of the code that requires me to be there. It's a sort of biometric thing. So I would just give you the code, but you also need, it's like a palm thing, and an eye thing, and for several other things. It's going to take a while. So we
Other
should
things you
probably-
wouldn't want chopped off your body and taken down.
Some things that can't be chopped off, actually. I would like to make that extremely clear. Yeah. So.
Look, I have no particular desire to harm you, even though your customers have done a lot of damage to my henchmen.
Well, I
But-
mean, people get mad when you take them hostage, I find.
Well, you're going to be held hostage a little longer. He goes, you, and you. You're coming with. He points at Merylwen, Prudence, and Dob. He's very much still like hand crossbowy, and he goes, Carlos, I need you to accompany me to the vault. We're going to see what A.A. Tompkin has for us. And they start marching you towards. There's a lift. There's a lift operator who's just been sat in there the whole time, like hoping not to be noticed. He goes, which level do you want, sir? The vault, please. Goes, okay. He gets out a ship's whistle and does like a very complicated tune. The capstan men jump up again and go like, oh, thank God that's over. And again, they're really into their jobs today. It's possibly all of the adrenaline and the sort of the nightmare life or death situation, but the lift goes down
Well,
worryingly
sorry.
fast.
How is the lift? Is there a cable that's
Yeah.
it's been
Yeah.
suspended by?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to try and
And
I would like to try and shoot the cable with a pistol to drop the elevator.
okay,
That
with us
you're
in
all
it.
in.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure those were the stakes. Yeah, sure. Make me a dex shooting attack, please.
Okay. That's a 19 plus 4, 23.
Yay!
And it is kind of ye olde times. This isn't like proper lift cable.
Is it hempen rope?
It's hempen rope. There's a lot more than 50 foot of it, though. This is a big building.
Okay, I shoot the cable, and then I would like to cast Featherfall on myself, Prudence, Dob, Merylwen, and the lift operator.
Okay.
Because I can do 5 people.
Oh, delicious. Yeah, it works all right. Of course, because, you know, you're doing Featherfall, but you're in a lift that is now
Right.
tumbling.
Yeah.
You are sort of all pinned to the ceiling.
I didn't think this through that much, but, you know.
Just
Don't
need Featherfall
say.
for the last 3 meters or so.
Yeah.
Tumbler the masseuse is hanging on to you for dear life.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Tumbler the Masseuse.
Yeah, well,
He was working on my calves at the
That's
time.
how good he is.
Okay.
You forgot he was in there.
desperately. Oh, sorry, Masseur. I
Sorry,
didn't realise
yes.
Tumbler was a man. Yeah, he's holding onto your calves and be like, It's like, I'm sensing a lot of tension. A lot of tension here.
Yeah,
That we're
work
trying
that
to
out if
work
you would,
out.
Tumbler.
Okay, all right. Yeah, okay.
As we.
is
Sorry,
there
go on.
like a hatch that I can maybe open so you can like open?
Then
the
float
The
up.
obligatory hatch out of the lift.
Yeah, like because
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's how Corazon was able to shoot the cable.
Well, it's it's like a grate.
Great.
But there is a hatch in the grate, so he's able to like shoot between the bars.
Okay.
But yeah, now you're all falling, but there is a hatch if you wanna. Yeah, you wanna
I'm gonna
open
try.
that.
I'm gonna try and open the hatch so that we
Okay.
don't get.
Make me a. Would it be strength athletics? You are weightless.
But
This is
also
kind of-
pinned to the
You're
ceiling.
also
Yeah, it's kind of a
yeah.
physical act, isn't it?
It's strength athletics, please. Meryl Wen.
That is 11.
You sort of You sort of start reaching for it. You sort of need to sort of sit up, and basically, just as your weight tips over, you just then go like, and you get sort of sandwiched. So your head is sort of like between your knees, and you're just now like in half being pushed onto the ceiling. So the good news is you can't see anything now, so you can't see how fast these floors are flying
Yeah, I
past you.
can't see my impending death. Yeah.
But the hatch is very much not open. Well,
How long does Featherfall last? What's the spell's effect?
yeah, I do. Let's.
Duration is 1 minute.
Oh, you're practically at the bottom now, so I wouldn't worry about that.
All right. So things
Worry
gonna
about other things, though.
let's gonna hit the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Everyone
and we'll all
apart
be
from us is
hovering
gonna-
safely above it.
Everyone apart from us is gonna be jam, and then we're basically gonna travel
For
quite
the last
slowly a very
8
short
feet.
distance into the jam.
Yes.
I'm not worried.
Yeah, but like
Well, but then the lift is
the
going to
lift
crump.
is gonna go.
Oh yeah, the lift is gonna crump. Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a crump
The
lift
text of
situation.
Featherfall says you descend 60 feet per round and take no damage from falling. No damage from falling, absolutely fine.
Sure.
But there is like an entire metal bar roof
Yeah.
hurtling down onto you.
Yeah.
So for that, I think you are going to take damage.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh what?
I know.
The guy who shot the cable
let's
out.
I have to
see.
take damage just because I fell down a lift shaft.
Okay, so I'm rolling 3d12, but the good news is the first one was a 2. That is an 11, however. And that is a 1. So actually, you're all doing all right. What is that?
I assume as the crumping happens, the hatch springs open because of the.
And we all get
deformation of
Play-Doh extruded out the
Yeah. You know, like egg slicers.
Yeah.
But instead of like a slice of egg, it's an adventurer.
Oh, yeah, good.
Sounds painful.
Sure. You're welcome, everyone, I say as I
Hobble out.
gingerly hobble out of the shattered lift.
It's fine. I cast Cure Wounds on myself.
I sort of edge into that.
Well,
area.
maintaining eye
I've
contact
got
with
Cure
Corazon.
Wounds now. I can do other people's spells.
You're being really cool about it. It makes
Yeah.
a difference.
So has this all happened, or are we preparing for it to happen?
Oh, no, this has all
working out the
happened.
maths? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right.
so
Are we-
you've taken 14 points of damage.
Oh,
Tumbler,
boy.
I'm
Oh,
going to
fine.
say, is incapacitated. They're sort of like he's not dead, but he's sort of asleep and like occasionally his
Yeah.
hands are twitching as if he's massaging something in.
I slide my calf
In.
into it, the hand.
Okay, it doesn't really. It's not really.
It's not
It's
the
kind
same.
of. It's kind of like all of the appeal of Tumblr. Everything that Tumblr's career was built on has just been sort of removed, and now people aren't aren't as interested in
not the
Tumblr
same.
anymore.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
sort of just
How's
like
the how's the lift operator?
Seems like Tumblr's not safe for work anymore.
yeah.
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 Um,
NSFW not suitable for work because he's unconscious.
Because his hands were smashed and he's a massage dude.
I managed to get 8 hit points back on that
Great.
Cure Wounds.
How much
There
damage
we
did we
go.
take again, Johnny? Sorry?
14.
14.
14. All right.
The lift operator's hardy. The lift operator's like, I've had worse.
Nice. Do you know how to do massages? I say. Never mind. It's not the time. All right, onwards to the vault. Let's
Am
see
I right?
what is
well,
going
no.
on.
Well, hang on. Are we at the vault? Because aren't we now like at the ground floor, back at
You
the?
are in sort of in the basement, yeah.
That's where the vault is. That's what vaults are. They're at the
Yeah.
very bottom.
Egbert got down a lot of vent.
So
Fell down a
okay,
lot of vents, yeah.
there
Is
so,
Bush Ranger jam?
jam. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You stick that one on the TV tropes thing. That's another fight neatly circumnavigated. The Furlbog, Carlos, and Bush Ranger have been turned into jam. Just person jam.
Fine.
And person and Furlbog jam. Yeah.
Sounds
We're
like the
all
sort of thing we're going to find in this vault.
I
very
cast
a very
prestidigitation
coarse pate.
to clean us of jam.
Gore.
Okay.
Let's call it jam.
Yeah, you're all right. You're all not covered in jam anymore.
But we are quite damaged, quite injured.
You're quite injured,
A
yeah.
little bit, not loads.
14 points of damage to a Prudence is quite a lot.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah, and
Corazon, I
to
say.
Rowan.
Popping
Well,
my
that's
shoulders
Rowan.
back into the their
What?
sockets.
Would you like a Cure Wounds, Prudence? I can do a Cure Wounds.
Yeah, also, can you just pop these back into their sockets, my various
Yeah,
limbs?
alright.
No, if you want to have a stand-up fight with two furbolgs, you're gonna.
I don't. Ow.
Is the other
Ow.
Furbog still hanging around at the toilet waiting for me to come out?
You can sort of hear very, very clanging noises coming through the vents. You're not sure if those are connected to the like ground shaking impact that seemed to have just happened nearby. Like for a second, the whole vault went like. But it's a very well insulated room, so you can't sort of. You didn't hear it too clearly, but you can hear a sort of vague like bonk 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 noises far down the network of tunnels. It seems like the jig might be up on the old toilet ruse, possibly.
Not the first time Egbert's heard that before.
The
won't go
lift
into-
operator, doffing his fez because he's not a lift operator anymore.
No
Well,
lift
until
to
they fix
operate.
it again. Exactly. He's like, where was it you wanted to go again? The vault?
The vault, yeah.
I'll show you.
Oh, great, thank you.
That's all right.
Sit. You could learn a thing or two from this guy, Tumblr. I say to Tumblr's unconscious form.
You do have clearance to be down here, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at his hat. He's got the chef hat on.
So I'm
Oh.
a famous chef from Flavortown.
I'm sorry. Oh, Flavortown. I've not been to Flavortown.
Oh, it's lovely.
Is it
Try
nice?
the donkey sauce. It's made with real donkeys. It's delicious.
I suspect I might not.
Your loss.
Okay. I'm sorry about your friends, by the way.
Oh, they liked it.
Okay.
Sure. By the way, my cure wounds on Prudence was sadly only a 2. Sorry.
You're just a real cure wounds broken record today, aren't you, Merylwen?
I appreciated it, Merylwen. Thank you.
all
Although
right,
it's only healed one of my many scratches.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, so you get guided to the vault. The vault is unusual in that the door is really thick and hefty, and has this big combination lock on one of those big wheels you have to turn to open it. But also, it seems to have a viewing window. Who can say why? Maybe it is part of the tour. Maybe just sometimes people like to come and look at all of the fancy ingredients.
I guess, like how really fancy fridges have a little screen that is linked to a camera to show you what's in it, so you can see what's the contents of the fridge are without having to open it and lose coolness.
Yeah. Yes. Actually, this sort of this is a feature that was put in the very early days of A.A. Tompkins' restaurant, before the vault got so many rare ingredients that Tompkin refused to have anybody in there at all, apart from himself. He would have a guy in there just to do like stock take at all times, so he wouldn't always have to go in and open the door, which takes quite a lot of his precious time. So there'd be a guy in there who'd sort of, wearing a lot of like thick coats and stuff, be like, "You need more milk? Tompkin, you need milk?" And he'd be like, oh, "Okay, I'll go get some more milk." That's a bit of Tompkins history for you there. Anyway, we'll roll for initiative, because sort of what happens as you get up to this door is you kind of all crowd round like 4 curious velociraptors, peering into the larder. You can see Egbert. Well, he's sort of there's a man slashing at him with an enormous cleaver. But Egbert also seems to be I don't know, Egbert. In my head,
Does
you also have a turkey
rounder than
drumstick in
usual
your
to
hand.
anybody? Like he's
not as fleet of foot
Moving
as he
sluggishly.
normally would be. Yeah. So yeah, but I don't know why, Egbert. I just think it's funny if you've got a turkey drumstick.
It's fine. Yep.
Okay. Right. Let's roll for initiative.
I don't wait. I
Yay!
mean, do we all have to roll? Seems like
I certainly do.
Yeah.
I mean,
you absolutely all do. I mean, if you want to get in there, you can all just pass your turns and see if Egbert lives. But I
That
see how
sounds
this
pretty-
one plays out.
Sounds
sort of
pretty
assumed
good,
you might want
actually.
to get involved in the fight. But I mean,
18.
Okay, 18 for Corazon.
I got
Dom,
10
if you
plus
fancy it.
1, 11.
15.
11 for Egbert, 12 for Merylwen, 15 for Prudence. Dob?
15.
15 for Dob. And let's see how we do for A.A. Tompkin. That is a 20.
Dang, AA.
Sorry.
Shoot.
So we'll start with A.A. Tompkin, who is, as I said before, going to try and slash you, Egbert, with a massive, massive cleaver. We're talking like Blood Bowl level meat cleaver sort of business. What's your AC?
My armor class is 17.
Okay. I'm afraid.
Wait,
I've
but I'm
rolled
wearing Speedos.
Yes. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so it's 17 if you've got your shield, which I think it's safe to assume you don't.
No,
So that
all of
puts it
our
down
equipment,
to-
in fact, is upstairs.
And
Remember,
the lift's now broken, so it's going to be a long walk after this. Assuming I survive.
we don't have any weapons or armor.
Dang! You know what? Thank you all. You really finessed this into a much harder adventure for yourselves. and I mean this as a compliment. You have committed to the bit, and that's why I love you. Yeah, Egbert, you're taking damage on this, I'm afraid.
Uh-oh.
Do
Do I not have a saving throw or anything?
No.
Okay.
It's armor class. That's your saving throw.
Right.
It's meant to be your tough, scaly dragonborn skin. But it's pulled taut like a drum. So that he does manage to sort of like he basically does like a shallow cut across your stomach. You're going to take 7 points of
I don't like that.
slashing damage, please.
All right.
Does any of the cured meat come out?
Not yet, but you definitely feel something shift.
Ooh.
You know, like when have you ever had like the top button on your trousers come undone of its own accord? It's like that. It's like, boop. You're like, ooh, oh god.
Ooh.
So that's a thing. Right. So that's Tompkin. Corazon, you're up next. There is a big vault door between you and a chef and a dragonborn who's full of kilos and kilos of the last meet of several creatures ever.
Sure. So he locked the vault door behind him when he went in there?
Yep.
This
He
vault must
pushed
be
that
immensely
baby
secure
closed.
as well, or else why wouldn't Bush Ranger have just come down here and cracked it? You know.
Okay. So is there like a keypad, or what's the
It's sort of like a big, turny, twisty combination lock thing. Not really a
twisty
keypad.
combination lock? Okay. I mean, I've unlocked a bunch of doors before. I can give this one a go. So I'm going to try. I'm going to try and get out a little listening device and start turning and see if I can hear those clicks.
Okay, it's going to be difficult, but you do have prior form in this, so let's see how it goes.
Okay. Call this what? A dexterity?
Yes. Yes, that's Dex sleight of hand all day, and then you got proficiency with thieves' tools, right?
I do. Yeah. So add my proficiency bonus, and I've got a tick in sleight of hand. So.
Oh well, then it's the same deal. You're getting your proficiency bonus.
Okay. Cool. Right. That is a natural 1.
Oh.
So I haven't played D&D much, Johnny.
So there's sort of a feature on the door I didn't mention, which is like sort of
face height flamethrower.
Oh no, you get me.
Stop saying things, you fool.
No, he wouldn't have that safety feature. I was like, what if the room started slowly filling with wine? But I don't think that's the thing that would happen. Unless he accidentally slashes at a wine barrel. We'll see what happens on his next turn. Basically, there is you've got the combination lock, and as you lean in to kind of like listen to it, you put your hand on sort of this handle, and to your surprise, you go like conk, and you engage a secondary lock, which has to be manually engaged. You have manually engaged it. There is a keyhole for that one, but Egbert, you on the inside of the room, you're kind of dancing around, and like, hey, Tompkins there with his cleaver, and you both hear a like, and he just like a wolfish grin spreads across his face.
Fine.
Cool. Prudence.
Okay. How's Egbert looking? I peer through the little window like a curious velociraptor at a kitchen door.
Mm-hmm.
How's he? How? In what kind of shape is he? Apart from round shape, like
He's got like a livid cut across his chest. But I don't. It wasn't wasn't
loads of damage.
Of damage because an Egbert can take quite a beating.
Okay. All right. I'm furious that my honeymoon has been so ruined.
Yeah.
Hear me out. I banish Egbert. I cast banishment on Egbert through the window in the vault.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
My honeymoon is Egbert and is ruined, and I'm taking it out of your ass.
No. Hear me out. It all will make sense.
Is there a nice realm I could be banished to?
Afraid not.
I'm banishing the target to a harmless demiplane. It's fine. It's a harmless demiplane. And Egbert will be only there for 1 minute.
Yeah,
The term of the banishment is 1 minute.
Damn, that's
good. Yeah.
And then we've got A.A. Tomkin trapped in his own vault.
Yeah.
For a minute, yeah.
We can fill it with whatever we want. So
And then a minute later, Egbert will pop back in and drown.
Well.
Let me
The
try.
target remains there until the spell ends, at which point the target reappears in the space it left or in the nearest unoccupied space if that
the
space
is
occupied.
So, Egbert
Occupied
needs
by
to
passive.
succeed on a charisma saving throw.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. What's your spell save DC?
My spell save DC is 16.
Okay. Prudence, you can have inspiration for this because it's absolutely brilliant.
Yes.
That's so good.
And you... Also, you know what? Corazon also, I should have given it to you earlier for an excellent... just like... everyone have inspiration, you're doing really great.
Hey!
Like, it was, popping up, like doing an I'm Spartacus with an improvised chef hat. Wonderful. Dob, your Ellis was impeccable. And Merylwyn, I owe you one after thinking that you just didn't understand magic and were going to cook your friends.
All right.
Which was also a great idea.
So if I pass
It's
this
fine.
saving throw, I don't get banished.
You don't get banished, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're trying to resist it.
Ideally, you want to whiff it. You do have inspiration, so you could re-roll
Roll it
to
twice, yeah.
deliberately take the worst.
I got a
result.
6 plus force, so that's 10.
Nah,
So
Oh,
I think
you're
I'm-
fine. You're
Off
out
you
of
go.
there.
How much
Manage
damage?
it.
While you are there, you are incapacitated.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I'm going to say
I'm
that
eating
you're-
so much,
so
I'm
much.
incapacitated anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. You just kind of pop up and like. Yeah, so you're in a harmless
Digestive
demiplane
issues.
for a minute. Right, Dob.
All right. We've established that there's a viewing window, and also that because of how it was originally built, this safe, that you can like talk to the people in it, right?
So you have to yell quite loudly.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I would like to yell through
Need milk.
the yeah, exactly. I would like to yell through the safe. Hello, is that AA Tomkin in there?
He's sort of like looking around, like he's currently like digging out the cleaver from a massive wheel of cheese that he perhaps thought Egbert might be hiding in. He sort of like looks and he's like,
It's a. I mean, it checks out.
yeah.
Hello, yes,
He
it's
kind of makes a gesture as if be like, obviously.
of course. How silly of me. I'm from the safe security team. This is just a routine checkup, as you know, to ensure the security of this safe. Unfortunately, your passcode for this safe does need to be reset, as a security measure, we do so every 30 days, as you're well aware. So we'll just need to reset that for you quickly. If I could just briefly have your new passcode for the safe and your old passcode, just to verify that it is indeed you. It's, a box to check, I'm afraid. We can have this all over in a moment. Your new passcode will be...
He like, yeah. You see him sort of look around, like, goes like, he pulls down a big sort of can, and like tears off the lid, and it seems to be some like exquisite tomato puree, and he starts writing in reverse on the glass. You see him write Flavor Town 1.
I'm afraid it can't be a password you've used before.
Flavor Town 2.
Marvellous, thank you very much. I'll just update that in our system. I bang on the side of the safe or something. And if I could get your old password as well, your old passcode to the safe.
He points at Flavor Town 1 again.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. That's great. Thanks, bye. And I want to punch Flavor Town 1 in on the passcode if I can do this all on my turn, if that's okay.
Yeah. Why not? It's funny.
Still got that key lock though.
There is still the key lock, but yeah, you hear like do 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 clunk, and he swings at like there's a curtain of hanging cured sausages, and he sort of swings and like hacks, and they all hit the ground. He's like, oh, he's having a dreadful day. Okay, Merylwen, you're next.
Okay, how big is the keyhole?
The keyhole's about this big. It's a heavy duty key, like a big old thing.
Okay, I would like to turn into a small fly and fly
Okay.
in there.
Yep.
And then change back if possible. Okay, and
And we
then
fill it with acid.
Fly up him. You fly up him and then turn back.
oh god, no, I'm not doing that. Not again. Not after last time, Coraz.
All right, fine.
No.
We're not doing
I'd like-
scanners.
I'd like to then reappear and put my hand up against some of the cured meats that are left and be like, stop, or I poison all of this.
Dang. Okay. No. I don't really think you need to roll for that. Well, make me a charisma intimidation check, I think.
Great.
We'll see what he does.
Okay, that's an
Ah,
11.
Speaking of flies. 11. Okay. We'll see what happens when it comes around to his next turn. Egbert, you are in a harmless demiplane. You are incapacitated. Nice. You have a vague feeling that you could do with like
Take a load off.
a Tums or like a Rennie or something or
Oh.
whatever the Geth equivalent is.
I
It's just
could- I
a,
could-
a fist-sized piece of chalk.
So I can't do anything really.
No.
I'm just lie around.
Harmless demiplane, completely incapacitated.
Concentrate on digestion then.
Great. Yeah, I
You've
mean,
got a minute to concentrate on digestion.
yeah, you do feel like the last of the blood that was being kept in your brain just sort of pooling into your stomach to speed it up. You functionally pass out basically. Right, AA Tomkin,
Food nap.
Is it up now? 11. Let's do a wisdom perception check. Okay, that's not great. He rolled a 3.
Oh.
Now, to math this out, if he passed the check, he would surely realise that, as I assume, you're serious about this.
Right.
Like, Merylwyn's not bluffing, right? Is Merylwyn bluffing?
I'm not bluffing at all.
Then he doesn't realise that, and he is going to attack you.
Oh no.
So, what's your armour
I
class,
turn into a fly again.
please?
15.
Oh, I'm not sure you- 15.
I can't. I already kind of snuck in
Does
an
that
extra
include-
change in the last go. So.
But what if
Does
you're
that-
barefoot wearing a Hawaiian shirt?
Yeah, does that include honeymoon wear?
What's the armor class of honeymoon resort
I'm
wear?
+2 with shield.
You
which
definitely don't have
Don't have your shield.
Okay.
I mean, in any case, I've rolled a 17, but I'm going to say it feels like Merylwyn is basically just wearing a grass skirt most of the time. Like, Merylwyn's always ready for a luau.
Oh yeah.
Oh, goodness. Okay,
Ow.
I'm afraid that's 9 points of slashing damage, Merylwyn.
Ouch! Ouch! Glad I healed myself. Glad
Here
I
we
got that
go.
cure wound.
It's another glancing blow.
You know, it
It's
was
just kind
great
of
when
like-
you did cure wounds.
Hey, cure meats, not wounds. That's what I say.
Hey.
I would wear that as a t-shirt. like Egbert Dragon Ball Powder. Cure meats, not wounds. Right, so yeah, you get 8 points of slashing damage, I'm afraid. It's a similar situation. He's sort of given you like a glancing cut. And he's ruined your holiday outfit.
No man, I'm more angry about that.
Did he
Corazon.
mow the grass skirt?
Yes, yes, it
Yeah,
did.
it's now a grass
Now
mini
slightly
skirt.
shorter. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Somewhere back by the lift, Tumblr twitches. Corazon, you're up.
Yes, right. I know I whiffed it on the last one, but I reckon I can get this
lock?
this regular lock open.
All right. Yep.
Child's play.
Guess it. Guess a roll.
Oh, natural 20.
Hey!
Yes.
Great.
All right.
Yep.
Whole gamut.
Do you just kick it and it pops open?
Yeah, you pretty much just go like, and it just, you hear it click. The handle goes like, kunk, and the safe door kind of just cracks open like a little bit.
Nice. How close is the guy to the door?
He's pretty close. He's
If I
got his
push
back
the
to
door
you.
really hard, will it hit him in the back?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to ride this natural 20 and just shove the door super hard into his back.
Okay. He clangs into some shelves like a velociraptor that ran too fast onto an icy floor.
Nice.
And sure, we'll give him some damage. Sure, 7 points of shelf to the face damage. Why not?
Yeah. I stand heroically silhouetted in the door and then reach across and take a salami stick. Just... That's good.
How did you get in here? He yells. Prudence.
All right, I walk in to the vault behind Corazon. Take another salami stick off of the
Yeah,
off of the
try it.
rack.
It's good.
Yep.
Pull his arms
Yum
off.
yum 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 yum. A.A. Tomkin, he's sort of grounded. He's on the floor. He's...
Yeah. I'm gonna say he hit the shelves and now he's sort of on his bum.
Okay. And how much time has passed? Are we into
This is
Egbert
the
banishment?
Is this the second combat round?
Yes, this is the second
Then
combat round.
12 seconds.
Oh, okay, right. We got plenty. of time.
So, but since you banished him last time,
Yes.
6 seconds.
Okay.
So.
Oh yeah, right.
A tenth.
Brilliant. We got so much time.
Yep.
Okay, fine. I Eldritch Blast a Tomkin in the guts.
Yeah. Sounds
in the
good.
chef guts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. Roll with advantage on this. It's
Yeah.
point blank.
Yeah. And he's just had a shelf full of face full of shelf. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I roll twice for the two twin pronged Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. Roll both with advantage.
Eldritch Blast doesn't give off any kind of like nasty vibes that would spoil this treasure food hoard, does it? What's left of it?
I mean, it's fairly directed. It's directional.
Yeah.
If I
It's
hit
also
the
point
food,
blank range. How are you going to miss?
Yeah.
The worry
Yeah.
is that he's going to explode, and that's going to spoil everything. It's
Oh,
happened
yeah.
before.
Or
Oh yeah.
improve the flavour. You don't
It's
know.
possible.
He is
Okay,
the mayor of
16
Flavortown.
and
He probably
11.
tastes pretty good.
16 and 11.
It's basically been marinating in sauce
I mean,
his whole life.
sure, he's a chef and he wears like, pristine chef whites and everything, but he's still a chef in a honeymoon holiday destination, so
Right.
he's barely got any armor anyway.
Oh.
So I'm going to say his armor class is exactly 11, but meets it, beats it. So those are 2 successful hits.
Hooray!
Make me some. I'm assuming these are agonizing.
These are agonising, so I'm going to add my charisma, Johnny, as well, you know.
Great.
So let's say that is, okay, a 7 and a 13. A total of 25.
25. I'm going to confess. This is the one
Wait, no.
character I
7
didn't
and a
stat
13
up.
is 20, sorry.
Okay. 20. This is the one character I didn't stat up because, more fool me, I didn't think he'd turn into the villain. But
Who could
here
have
we
guessed?
are. 27. 27 points of damage he has taken in total. Is that enough to make him go bang? I'm going to say, narratively, it's appropriate. Yes.
It's just a
Prudence just
human,
goes
right?
boom, and he goes. Needless to say, Cthulhu is pleased, and thousands of lunches have been ruined.
Yes.
Very good.
And that's what you get for ruining our honeymoon, I say
Yeah.
to the remains
Oh,
of
come off it,
Tomkin.
Prudence. You're enjoying it, surely.
Says Egbert, popping back into the room.
Yeah,
Best
this is a special
honeymoon
honeymoon
ever, I
treat
say.
we arranged for you, Prudence. You got to destroy a chef with Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, you think it's possible you could hose off some of the cheeses, etc., etc., and some things are in casks and all that sort of stuff. But
Yeah, it's just the
you
outside
have-
of the cheese. You get in the middle with one of those corers.
Exactly, but you have ruined the career and indeed taken the life of a celebrated chef on your honeymoon. Of which
Hooray!
you have 2 more weeks, so that's good.
Well, why don't we pack up a bunch of this meat and cheese and wine, and we can have a picnic down on the beach?
Why was he
yeah.
trying to kill you, Egbert?
Oh yeah, why was he trying to kill you, Egbert? That seems like important information.
I ate 17 kilos of irreplaceable produce.
I mean, that
He was
sounds
very
kind
angry.
of reasonable.
Yeah, he was very
Yeah, I can see why he was mad. Okay, well, we should probably get out of here before anyone
I
realizes
roll a wheel of cheese in front
our
of
terrible
me.
crimes.
Yeah, aren't there so many more? Hang on, is everyone still hostages up at the?
Oh
top
yeah,
of the
how
hill?
many? What's the
Nah.
situation up there?
Well, all the henchmen are very much toasted. If the hostages and all of the capstan people can't get themselves out of this one, then
That's
you
on
know.
them.
Yeah.
Anyway, the lift is
We're on
bust, so
holiday.
You can't,
Come on.
You're not going to take all those
Not
stairs.
gonna do everything.
And
Yeah.
you should probably scarfer because you hear a shout from down the hall of my brother.
Oh
no.
no! All right, we don't want to
As
get involved
Anthony-
with this.
Get out of here.
Anthony Bresky finds his deceased brother Carlos Bresky, and is presumably going to be out for revenge. But I think you can probably cheese it.
Yeah!
So
Rolling wheels of cheese into the sunset.
Right. Well, let's go and have a picnic on the beach, and
And while we're
yeah, we
sat
should
there,
probably
yeah, Bismuth
I
can
could
tell
eat
us
more.
what she was going to tell us before.
Oh yeah.
probably consider Bismuth's cryptic
Oh yeah,
message from earlier.
Bismuth should come with us. Where is Bismuth?
She'll be fine. She'll probably throw
She'll
herself out the
find
top of
us.
the tower
Yeah.
and
Yeah, she loves that.
meet us on the beach.
Okay.
Yeah, probably with all of your gear strapped to her back.
Yeah.
It'll
Yeah.
soften the landing, or make it worse. We're not sure. But so, what does the picnic look like? I'd like this as a sort of a postcard end scene for the.
I'm thinking moonlight on the water. A little fire pit going,
Yeah.
and
Little blanket with sort of bottles of wine and cheeses and fresh fruits and
I'm
salamis.
scraping the blood and
Yeah.
guts off. Of,
Artisanal meat and just the
surfaces.
occasional sort of eyeball.
If only we had someone who could cast prestidigitation on all of this food.
Hey, it's a lot of food,
And he's on holiday.
and I'm on honeymoon, and I'm
He's off
sad.
the clock.
Nobody cured my wounds,
Fine, I cure your wound.
My
so
inside
it's fine. I mean, I could cure my own, but I'm not going to.
He's on holiday.
Dob is on kind of a shanty kick from the the ship's pipe kind of thing. So yeah, I just want to some kind of ocean going tunes playing while I chow down on whatever cheese is unharmed.
It's been since you looked at me.
Yo ho, yo ho.
And that's the story of Egbert and Merylwen and Prudence and Corazon and Dobbs' honeymoon.
Hooray!
Best.
Thanks,
Cool.
Johnny.
Thank you,
Thank
Johnny.
you, Johnny.
My pleasure. Please don't sue me, anyone. Not that I'm saying that was taken from anything.
No.
Please
not
don't
at all.
sue, but do subscribe
Yes.
to the new Oxventure channel, which you can
Yeah.
find where?
At
At
youtube.com/Oxventure.
youtube.com/Oxventure.
Gosh, that's
Yeah.
so
Easy.
memorable.
So
It's-
easy.
Oxventure channel. Where
It's a
you'll
darn
find.
sight more memorable than youtube.com/Johnny Chiodini, I'll tell you that much.
That's true.
Oh.
And
Which
that's
you
where you
should
can
also
find Johnny's
subscribe
fine
to.
works.
Yeah.
Yeah, check out the Oxventure channel where we will be following the story that Bismuth so expertly set up there. What's going to happen? You'll have to sub to find